am back with another video, and before I get started with this unboxing, I want to say thanks for stopping by. And if this is your first time here, if you haven't done so already, make sure you do the right thing and hit the subscribe button below. And if you enjoyed the video, then give your girl a thumbs up. So let's get started. I have here a really neat looking box. As you can see, there's a reflection, it's super shiny, and some circle cutouts throughout. It kind of looks like Swiss cheese. There's a huge swoosh up here, and then you can see an orange tissue paper just popping through the top lid. And this right here is a raffle that I won from Dark Side Initiative. So shout out to them for selecting your girl. And right across the bridge to some straight up Bay Love. So this right here is the Nike Air Rubber Dunks. And this is the first shoe, first signature shoe by Virgil and the Off-White team with Nike. So pretty dope. So let's go into some details. So the first thing you see here hanging out on the left shoe is this orange zip tie, and this is made out of plastic, and then this tag here is made out of like a felt material in very off-white fashion, right? And then below the Nike swoosh that's like hollowed out, it's just an outline, is an orange tab as well. And then on this side is the standard off-white text. And this is a GS4, which is my size, and this is a green stripe colorway. So it's one of 3 different colorways that released for this signature shoe here. In the Americas, we received the green stripe color, and in Asia, there was a University Gold, and in Europe, Middle East, and I think Africa received like a Carolina Blue color, or University Blue, whatever you want to call it. So it varied by region, depending on where you are. And what's interesting is that I believe the Carolina Blue one, the bottom, the outsole is actually 2-tone. So it's like a Carolina Blue and it has a gum bottom, whereas this one's just one solid color. So that green stripe color here. And this is the same outsole as the Nike Dunks. So same exact silhouette. It looks super fresh. I am a huge fan of what it looks like. And I think that it's because it looks almost identical to the Jordan 1s, which is my favorite outsole. And if you watch my previous video on the Atlas Nike SB collab, you'll see a very similar outsole as well. And the only thing different there is that this part right here was red and it says like SB, whereas this one is not an SB, so it just says Nike Air with the swoosh. Super solid. So let's go into the right shoe. And here's the right shoe, and the first thing you see hanging out is this extra set of laces, and it says shoelaces in quotation marks, so very off-white fashion again, right? And then the black laces, there's also text there as well. So it says shoelaces in the green stripe color, so it's pretty much inverted from the extra set of laces. And then, as I mentioned earlier, this is a green stripe colorway. However, there's different tones of that green color. So for example, these rubber pieces right here that holds the laces where you funnel it upwards, it is more of like a pale green. And then these outlines here, that's also rubber, is a darker green or a darker shade of green. And then the swoosh that's cut out, as well as the color blocking for the air bubble, and the outsole is a more green stripe color, so it's more true to that. So it gives a shoe a lot of depth. And this shoe is predominantly made out of rubber, hence the name Nike Air Rubber Dunks. But there's other materials we used here as well, just to mix it up a little bit. For example, right here, this is made out of suede for the toe cap, and there's a little bit of suede here right past the toe box, as well as back here for the heel, which surrounds the Nike Air with the swoosh in rubber. And then along this side, right above this green wave, is also a piece of suede as well. And there's some mesh in here as well, just for like breathability, I guess. There's also some leather on the shoe as well, so you can see that there's pieces of leather that connects from the eyelets to the top of the midsole. So that adapts from the Nike P6000s, which is a shoe that was used to inspire this signature shoe here. And then for the tongue, that's that same mesh material that I mentioned earlier. And there's a piece of suede here that connects the laces. You funnel it through. And then for the tongue tab, it says Nike off with a swoosh in that green stripe color. And it's on that same material that like other SBs or even Jordan 1s would have. But right below it is also another piece of suede. And this tongue is super thick. It's like an exposed foam tongue. You can see that there. The last time we saw an exposed tongue was the biohacks. So if you look at that video, you'll see a very similar style. And I mentioned earlier that these pieces of leather that run from the eyelets to the midsoles are here. And this particular section right here looks like an A to me. And it reminds me of the up-tempos that Scottie Pippen used to wear on court. I'm not too familiar with the P6000s, but I am more familiar with what the up-tempos look like. And so when I first saw this shoe, that's what I thought of. So pretty nostalgic, right? So it's a little bit difficult to see, but the insole is orange, very similar to this tissue paper here. And it has the same off-white text with a huge Nike swoosh inside. So Off-White definitely added their touch to the shoe. You can definitely tell it's theirs with all the quotation marks and the zip ties. So pretty awesome. And as I mentioned earlier, this is their first signature shoe. And if you're ever able to get your hands on these or your feet in them, make sure you stay true to size. And let me know in the comments what you think about the laces. Are you the type of person that would switch it up and swap them out and go for the green stripe laces, or keep it, you know, solid black? I think I'm gonna keep it like this because I'm boring like that. But yeah, let me know what you think, and thanks for tuning in.